So defense was an emphasis during the halftime. We came out of the second half and did what we supposed to do for sure. So, give credit to all the guys who contribute to all the defensive stops we definitely had this game for sure.
After this game, but you guys wanted to find a killer mentality. When you have a lead to maybe a 16-point lead to 26.
Yeah.
So the second game in a row, we've let a big lead kind of dwindle down. What's it going to take for you guys to find that killer mentality? And I guess what goes into that in your mind?
I think new guys for sure. This a new team for sure. So I think guys still trying to figure out that they roll now for sure. But it's not going to be a great game every game. But I know the guys, they always trying. All the new guys always trying on the defensive end for sure because they know we're a defensive team for sure. So go out there and make a lot of mistakes, but in the day, if you learn from them, we can't ask for more for sure. But I know just having a new team is getting that killer mentality is going to take a little while. Maybe the fourth, maybe the fifth game, we might have that killer mentality. But I know as of right now, we still trying to figure out who can put on the court and that group of five who can go out there and get multiple stops for sure.
Leaders on the team, what do you like to get across, or what were you trying to get across to guys as you're kind of working through a game like this?
Like I said, it's not gonna be all good and glory every game for sure. Me being the leader, a lot of people listen to my voice for sure. Like I'm not the type of guys to, yell every time something going wrong. I mean, the day, like I know how to talk to my guys. I know what to say to the right guys for sure, and they always gonna receive the message what I'm saying. So I'm glad we got a W for sure. It was an ugly one, but in the day, like W's a W. Like Coach always say, never apologize for a W, no matter how it looks for sure.
How much was frustration becoming a factor when you get good shots, but the ball just wasn't going through the rim, and it wasn't hard to kind of let that not impact other areas of the game like your defense?
Yeah, for sure. Of course, there's frustration for sure. 'Cause like I said, you're missing the easy ones, the ones that for sure they're supposed to be going in. But in the day, you can't drop your head. You got to move on to the next play. Because in the day, they coming down full speed, trying to get a buck on themselves. So, in the day, shots weren't going in. Layups was, fall short, stuff like that. But in the day, a defensive win, always going to be a great win for me. So.
Did you see guys keep holding their head up? Like, did you see?
Definitely. I definitely talked to Bryce for sure. I know that Bryce is a great player. Like we all know that, but I know he get into his head sometimes. So I know it's one guy that easily tell him just move to the next play. Like, dude, you're one of the best wings in the country for sure. One turnover and one missed shot that you got is not going to do well who type player you are. So just making sure them guys definitely just move to the next play. 'Cause I know I get into my feelings sometimes too. So I just got to keep working on that for sure. Just move on to the next play. Because in the day, a stop could turn into 2-3 stops and lead to 6 points, 8 points there. So depending on that.
Was there something in Bethune-Cookman's offense? Are you jumping passing lanes, or do you just kind of get that down through it, like their patterns throughout the game?
Just reading the defense. I mean, just reading the offense for sure. Like, I'm a defensive guy. I know where to be at the right time for sure. That's why I don't conceive a lot of energy for sure. 'Cause I know where to be for sure. But just reading the offense, you gotta learn the type of players. They're not a big scorer team. Like all their buckets was mainly like off of offensive rebounds or trash buckets for sure. But in the day, like you gotta make sure you read the offense very well to the point where you can jump on passing lanes or be in the MIG and get that MIG stop, stuff like that. So of course, defense is my emphasis on my thing for sure. So just reading the offense for sure was a big improvement on myself for sure.
Anything else for John? Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Coach After Radio Show.
offensive issues kind of from start to finish?
That's a great question, Robin. I think early we missed so many plays at the rim. I thought it affected our confidence. I thought we started pressing. We stopped trusting. And when we trust, when we make simple plays, we're a pretty effective team. It just, couldn't buy one out there in the beginning. And you shoot, 25%, I think, in the first half. Now, I give our guys credit. Not very often do you shoot 25% and have a lead. So I thought defensively they found a way to lock down and keep us in a game where the ball wasn't going in the basket. And you have to do that. You're going to have games over the course of the season that are like this, where the ball's not going in the hoop. You just got to find a way to stick with it, stay in it. And then we get up 16, I think, in the second half. And then again, we let them back in. We missed some easy ones. We turned it over, missed a couple wide open threes. And to their credit, they kept playing and closed the gap. But we got to find a way to string it together. And, defensive effort I thought was really good tonight. But offensively, we got to find a way to get something going.
What did you see on the defensive end that you were happy with?
Our activity was really good. I think we forced, 20 or 22 turnovers, 13 in the first half. And just, that kept us in the game. We got to the free throw line as well, which you have to do when the ball's not going in. And I thought our overall activity, and then when they made their run, we lost guys. We started gambling. We got on top of them. They got behind us, and that can't happen. It was some of our older guys that happened to. So, again, it's always better to learn from a win. Found a way. I told them this in the locker room. We had one of our hardest practices of the year on Thursday, and I don't know, maybe it was their legs. I didn't see the same look in their eyes. We got a great group of kids. There's not one guy in there that's selfish. We don't have guys in there that have agendas. We got a great group of guys, and they looked a little fatigued going into that one. I just saw it, and we got to bounce back. We got to get fresh. We got to recover. I just thought we needed to get tougher, and that's why we went at them hard. I thought we needed to get in shape, and maybe this will benefit us in the long run. But I did think it affected us on the night.
You mentioned the killer mentality aspect of it. When you got 11 turnovers from two of your top veteran players, I guess who do you turn to when the game's on the line right now? Like, who would you say are the alphas of this?
I mean, those guys. They did it last game. I thought Bryce and Raleigh were phenomenal in game one, and they had their moments. Bryce came out and hit 2 threes to get us going, to extend it a little bit in the second half. Raleigh had a nice little stretch, but they just, we just looked like a fatigued team in that first half. Once we got it going, we found a little rhythm. It was, it's how we want to play. But then again, we got a little stagnant after that happened. I think we had 3 or 4 shots blocked in transition. You got to make the play, and right now it's trust. Just go out there. We're trying to play in small spaces too much. And again, I thought we just started pressing when the ball wasn't going in, as opposed to trust it, keep moving it, get good looks, which we had some. There's no doubt about it. We missed some wide open shots that hopefully we will make in the future.
I think the trust thing is the turnovers you've had compared to assists. I mean,
again, it just we played in small spaces, and that, to my point of just trying to go out there and do too much. You don't have to. You can hit singles. We talk about that every day, and we're just not. Once we get on the court and the lights are on, for some reason, we're not doing the same thing that we do behind doors in the practice facility. So again, I still love these guys. There's no doubt about it. And like I said, it's always better to learn, which we will, when you get one in the left column.
I just want to mention that I kind of saw Bryce kind of hang his head a little bit in the frustration with the offensive struggles get to him a little bit. I guess, do you talk to him about that, especially with his role within the dynamic of this team, to maybe keep his head up a little bit more than he had?
Yeah, we talk about body language every day. We show clips of body language every day. I'm sure we'll have plenty of examples for the edit on Monday when we get back in the gym. Listen, here's what I told the guys. Find a way to freshen up, get your legs right, get your mind right, and we need 3 really good days here moving forward. Win the recovery day tomorrow, and then have 2 good days of prep heading into the game on Wednesday.
Thanks.